This platforming is actually not very interesting. It's very slow, right? Not that I would want timing-based puzzles with this sort of control. Okay, so this is not an adventure game. It's kind of like a really slow version of Assassin's Creed or Batman Arkham City or some other game that's actually better. I don't know, I don't have anything to say about this. It's like really mediocre sort of, and the controls are not intuitive. I really hope we don't have to do this again or much more, because that was not interesting. Or I guess, I mean, if later on we move on to things where there's like multiple routes, then you have to, you know, figure out not mazes, but you know, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? If you have to actually figure out which path to take and all that, that might become more interesting. Was I here before? I don't remember if I was here before. Like, there's no landmark, so you can't... The ground is the same color as the walls. There's no indication of where you've been or where you're going. Everything looks the same. Maybe
last time. Where is he? I don't know. I don't know. For God's sake, I've told you everything I know. For which I am deeply grateful. Nevertheless, it was always my intention to kill you. Goodbye, Mr. Cholmondeley. How many times? It's not Cholmondeley, it's...
okay.
It was a Sunday morning. I was 3 months behind on the rent, and my editor had given me another bum assignment, an interview with some hacker about the end of the world. Where had it all gone wrong? Was I never going to get that lucky break? What had happened to my glittering career in journalism? And then, everything changed.
Oh, the other person's not Nico. In the first game, wasn't there a Templar who looked like almost like a cousin? Like, you remember, like you never saw her, but they talked about it. The sound is a bit glitchy. I might have to edit those things as well, because some of that's actually quite loud, like the sudden static or whatever that is. Alright, so let's. I wanted to talk about the art style as well. That shadow looks really strange. There's a light right on top of my head. Look at the shadow on the ground. Instead of the light coming in the door, the light is actually just in the door. If that makes sense. So the art style I actually quite like. I mean, it's fairly faithful to the previous two games, except that now it's 3D. But otherwise it's kind of painterly. It looks like almost like it's hand drawn, except it's not. So I quite like it. The camera's also pretty good. Okay, where am I going? What is that? Oh, come on, Nico, just say what it is when you pick it up.
It was the pencil I'd borrowed from the lobby of Vernon's building.
Right.
It was the pencil I'd borrowed from the lobby of Vernon's building.
Press card? No, don't do that. Press card?
My press card. I never did like that picture.
Ah, yeah. Cool, you wrote that down already. That's fast. Lipstick.
Today's modern woman should never be without her lipstick.
If you say so. I wouldn't know, Nico. I wouldn't know. Okay, we're not leaving, I guess. Or maybe we are. We'll probably have to
The door was securely locked. I needed
parkour
to
our
find
way.
another way if I was going to get into that apartment.
Yep, we're gonna parkour our way into the apartment. Because what can possibly go wrong? Let's see what's this way. Obviously the camera's not looking this way, so we're not really supposed to be here.
Running away wasn't an option. If I was going to get the story, I had to get inside that apartment.
Okay, sure. Look how big her butt is. That is unrealistically large.
The door was locked.
I can listen to it. What a
I could
creep.
hear the TV. Perhaps someone was in.
What a
No
creeper.
answer. Either they couldn't hear, or they didn't want to hear.
Can I listen in next door? I mean, someone just got shot, so obviously the longer I take here, the more likely they're gonna
It
be
was
dead.
quiet, but that didn't mean the place was empty.
If this was real life. But it's not real life, so I'm just gonna wander around slowly.
Somehow I was going to have to climb past the railing to reach the apartment windows.
Yeah, so again, like what I said earlier about, you know, the depictions of woman in video games. What am I doing? Like, you really feel like you are looking at another dude's. No, the other button. Like, why is her butt that big? Because some other dude thought it was hot, right? I don't know, it's just a bit weird. Maybe I'm just thinking about it too much.
Somehow I was going to have to climb past the railing to reach the apartment windows.
Okay, I guess I'm going up then. I don't remember what year this game's released, but this sort of stuff, you know, Assassin's Creed obviously does it better, Batman does it better, God of War does it better, Darksiders does it better.
Through the grime I could see a shape that looked a lot like a body.
Right, well let's go in.
The window was securely locked.
Break it open.
It was the hacker's window, all right.
Okay.
I knew that climbing balconies was crazy, but the story had me hooked and I wasn't about to let it go.
No, that's not crazy at all. We do this all the time.
It was pretty dark, but I could just make out the shape of a bed.
Open.
There was a gap, but the latch meant it was still closed. The window was ajar, but with the latch down, it was still locked. The
What?
gap was too thin, even for my fingers.
Oh, you know, they tell you there's a latch at least. No, don't. I keep messing this up. Use it.
It's true. A press card can get you in anywhere. Just one little wiggle between the window and the lock, and the latch lifted. Here goes.
Right. So the puzzles are fairly logical so far. That's good. I like it. What is this?
Whoever did the dusting here never got round to the TV.
Someone's just got shot. Can you not criticize their dusting?
The wardrobe was stuffed with unwashed clothes.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, disgusting. Thanks. Oh, look, that's the poster for Broken Sword, the first game. Or was it the second game? No, I think that's the first game.
An old monitor had been stuffed in the corner.
I really do hope the audio isn't too bad. Like, I can hear it glitching out, and it might be really annoying in the video.
Cold Singapore noodle with tea bag. Gross.
There's nothing at the window. And most video games do that. Like they'll
I couldn't hear anything.
have unrealistic female characters.
The guy was dead, all right.
Well, I mean, video games are unrealistic, alright? I mean, that's just basically it. I guess not unrealistic, but more just sexualized female characters. Often for no reason other than just to... you know, just for the hell of it.
It was a shell casing from the gun the killer used.
And
I held on to it. I needed any clue I could find.
and you just put your fingerprints all over it.
Who needs ornaments when you've got a TV? I knew I had to search the body. It was still warm. All I could find was his business card. Vernon, software consultant. This was the crazy geek I'd been due to meet, all right. Maybe he wasn't so crazy after all.
So we have a crime scene, and we're putting our DNA and
There was
fingerprints
nothing else to be found on his body.
all over the crime scene where someone just got killed. Do not do this in real life, guys.
The computer was badly damaged.
We'll take the hard drive. That's what the FBI does all the time, isn't it?
This was one serious binder collection.
Really?
The computer had been wrecked. Someone had removed the hard drive in a hurry.
Oh, okay, never mind. What are you... What? Okay, the game just skipped. Hopefully the sound is still in sync. Wow.
Get away from those doors. Over here, where I can see you.
Okay, whatever you say.
I've been waiting a long time for the chance to do this.
So, we've met before?
Oh yes.
Really? You obviously didn't make an impression the first time.
You won't be so clever when I killed you. Time's up! Ah!
Wow! This game has QuickTime events. This game has QuickTime events. You know... this game has QuickTime events.
Get away from those doors. Over here, where I can see you.
Okay, whatever you say.
I've been waiting a long time for the chance to do this.
So, we've met before?
Oh yes.
Really? You obviously didn't make an impression the first time.
You won't be so clever when I killed you. Time's up. You! You're not going to stop us this time.
I never forget a face. So why had I forgotten hers?
Ow! You! Damn!
Come back, you salope!
This game has QuickTime events. I hope the sound is still in sync.
Where did she disappear to?
Not that it matters, I don't think. Like if it's out of sync a little bit. Have I mentioned how much I hate QuickTime events? How much I hate QuickTime events? It's like usually you're in control of the game, right? And then there's a cutscene and the game takes the control away from you, right? And then for a split second it asks you to take control again, and then if you miss it, it penalizes you. Like it punishes you. How does that make any sense? Like if the character's in control, if you play this in control, then he's in control. If you take away control, then you take away control. Why would you? And like there's no skill in QuickTime events. Like you watch for a button to press and you press the button. It's not a skill. Like being successful at QuickTime events is not something to be proud of. It's not like you got 100% in an exam, or you know, it's not anything to be proud of.
I was lucky the pan had deflected one of those bullets.
That was miraculous, more like it. Luck doesn't do that for you.
The fridge door had just saved my life.
Phone.
The number of the phone was 0123748019. There was a light flashing. A message had been left on the answer machine.
I hope you copy that number into the notebook.
Maybe there was a clue on the answer machine.
You have 3 new messages.
Vernon, darling. It's Maman here. I'm at my wit's end. I've given your trousers 3 washes at 100 degrees and that stain still won't come out.
Ew.
It's more like cement than mayonnaise. Anyway, the ironing's done. Oh, I hate these machines. Au revoir, à dimanche. This
Ew.
is Nico Coladier from La Liberté. Just to say I'll be round at 8 as promised. Goodbye. Vernon, it's Beatrice. Good luck with the reporter. I'll be waiting for you in the gardens afterwards. Love you, Snooky.
Snooky?
Oh no, we have to tell his girlfriend that he's dead. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Perhaps I should make a call.
Why would you make a call? I don't get it. I don't get it.
I wondered if Andre might have any ideas.
Sure, leave more evidence.